thing. But thank you everyone for coming this morning and joining our webinar on Operator10 Mobile. We're really excited to share this brand new addition to our Operator10 platform, and one that many of you have been asking for. I know some of you also been using our Antero mobile feature as well. So a quick walkthrough of what we're going to be covering today is we will talk about the new Operator10 update, which will include the mobile aspect of Operator10, as well as a couple of other new features. We'll talk about what the benefits of mobile are, kind of how we envision this being used, and really things that we've done to kind of optimize that experience for you. I will, of course, go through Operator10 Mobile so you can see how it would look live, at least using my own sample database. And then just kind of give a quick recap, some extra details that you might need as you have further conversations internally and ways to reach out to us to find out more. So great, let's talk about the new update first. This update is going to be coming out in early May, and it's going to include a couple different things. So first, of course, is going to be the ability for Operator10 Mobile. We also are going to be adding a new septic hauling module, which we're really excited. It's going to way to track septic tanker activity. That was another thing that we got some feedback from a lot of customers. This is another aspect of their job, and there wasn't really a great way to do it besides using spreadsheets and everything else. And so we were able to work on this feature, and that will be part of the new update. And then just a few different bugs and quality improvements that we've been working on, and we're always keeping your feedback in mind as we come out with new updates. So looking forward to that. We will be sending kind of a full email with a full product page, kind of showing you what those new updates are, so you don't miss a thing and you're able to get all that information to your operators. So thanks so much. Now this update that is coming out, it's going to be for Operator10 wastewater, water, as well as Nexus. And we'll kind of talk through how this is going to work as far as using the location parameters from your current Operator10 database, but it will work for all three of those softwares. And like I mentioned, we have an Antero mobile that we launched back in October or so. So, really, we've heard your feedback loud and clear. And, obviously our software is a locally hosted product on your own server, but it would be really nice if there was a way to enter data while you're on the field or in the field. A lot of times it ends up either on a clipboard, or maybe you're taking pictures and then emailing those pictures to yourself in the lab. Then you are taking that information, putting it into Operator10, hopefully, or maybe even another spreadsheet that you're sending to somebody else to put in Operator10. And so what we really want to do is to help cut down on all that time, which can also help you reduce errors and just kind of any other variables that we can eliminate as far as paper getting lost, not sure which pictures you have sent or haven't sent, and anything like that. So what we can do is we can download your LPs to our cloud hosted Operator10 mobile. It's not the entire Operator10 program. So one thing that we are really looking to do is to keep this as simple as possible so that we can have as much customer involvement and engagement with it as well. So for the mobile aspect, as we'll show, it's really just about entering the data and the information. Things like reports or charts are still going to be in the main Operator10 locally hosted database desktop version. But this can really help you, again, save time, money, and cut down on any errors that you're going to be using the mobile aspect. So Operator10, it's a browser-based tool. So there's no third-party app to download. So it does not matter if you are using an iPad or a Chromebook or a Galaxy tablet. Doesn't matter. You simply are going to go to your web browser and go to a secure website. Then you're going to have a username and password and enter it in, and that's kind of how you're going to log in. So that does help kind of cut down some of maybe the IT questions that might be had as far as what you're using for this product. And then it will integrate, of course, directly with your Operator10 database. So we're able to, again, download or upload your current LPs and other information into our cloud, and you can access that. And as you use the program, it goes right back into your Operator 10 database. Of course, Operator 10 must be in current support, to get to the latest edition of the software, and that's how we'll get it used. So the way that we're going to do it is once you get started, there will be a short setup process. We will help you with that. All we need on your end to get started is your usernames and their email addresses. And then that each user then gets their own login and access to the program. So as we upload those current LPs, including limits that are in those location parameters, we help you with this. We help get the username and password set up. We send you a secure link. You can click on it. And then what's really nice about these mobile programs is that the updates can be pushed out really rapidly. For those of you that are using Antero Mobile, you've seen it already where when you have questions or feedback or see something that isn't quite working quite right, as we make those changes and updates, it can get to you and just like that. There's no need to, re-download the latest update or get IT involved with something else. Those updates come out right away. And it's a really great way for us to stay very current with the system and get you everything you need to use the program most effectively. We also are looking at planning monthly question and answer sessions to help with user discussion and feedback. Because again, as we are learning from Antero Mobile, a lot of times, there are little things in how people are using it or things about the system that they have questions about, and you're probably not the only one. So having kind of a place where we can ask those questions, answer them for everyone is just a way to kind of help everyone use the program a lot more effectively and giving us some great feedback. So within the program itself, there's kind of three main pieces to it. Of course, you'll see where you have all of your LPs uploaded. And with that, you can, as you're in the program, you can favorite certain ones, and that gets added to My LPs. Now, once they are in My LPs, that's exactly what it sounds like. Those are your LPs. So as I'll walk through it, you have the ability you can change the name of that My LP to make it make more sense to you, maybe. And that's not going to change the global LP. And then kind of lets you just choose what information you want to see as you're out using your phone or tablet. There is also forms you can set up. So with this, if you have daily rounds or weekly rounds, kind of where you're using the same LPs at all times, you can add those to a form, which essentially replaces your virtual clipboard. And so now you can be out and you just have simple access to all of the information that you want right in front of you. You can click on one, hit enter, goes to the next one, click on that, goes to the next one. And again, all that data gets transferred back right into your main Operator 10 database. And then the third really key feature is the operator logbook. So this, it's in the Operator 10 desktop program. It's a way to make those logs and kind of keep a virtual record of that, maybe what happened on the night shift, and keep everything if you were to get audited, it can all be there in that logbook. So we have the ability to enter information, notes, entries, and again, that syncs right back up into your main database. So let's go ahead and jump into the program really quickly here. So like I mentioned, when you first log into the program, you will see all of your location parameters right here. And you can see different columns that we have here, both the official location parameter, the description, and the type, whether it's daily, hourly, and anything else. And you can certainly do sorts to just see information that you want to see here as it kind of filters it down for you. And then, like I mentioned, if you wanted to favorite something, I can click on the LP itself, and this one already is added to my LPs. Here you see some of the detail information. So it's got my information you see in the column. I've also already got my lower and upper limits, as well as what the frequency is, if it's hourly or not. And then what this will show is the change history within Operator10 mobile. So as you make different entries, that history is going to show up right here within the main LP screen. So it's a really good way to kind of keep track of what's going on, who's doing things. And again, because I'm using the individual username, that information as well will kind of help cascade everywhere else within the system. So as I've added it to my LPs, now I'm going to go over here to my menu, and you can see the different features that I've mentioned previously. So as I click on my LPs, I've got a couple location parameters. Now, a couple ways we can look at this. So if I simply click on the LP, this is where I can now make an entry into that LP. And we have really done a lot of work to optimize this for the mobile platform. And so I'm going to switch really quick into my mode where I can kind of emulate what it would look like on an iPad or an iPhone, which I would just resize that as I go. And now I can see the information very quickly and easily and save the entry that I would put in here. I can also, because I'm in my LPs, if I double click here, I can actually change this display name as long as I'm the plant administrator, which we can assign different people to have the access rights for this. And so when I change it here, it might be just for me. It's not going to change the global name of the LP, which might make it easier for me to kind of remember what I'm doing if I've got 15 of these, favorited as my LPs. And then the details screen here, this just goes back to what I saw from the main LP page, where I'm seeing the history and the upper and lower limits as well. So that is my LPs, and it's very easy to, again, customize to what I want to have in here that makes it make the most sense for me. Next, I can look at the forms. And here I've got a couple forms that I've kind of picked. And so if I want to look at my morning rounds, for example, I see all of my values here. And so as I enter the information, I just type it in and it saves it. If I have something else where I want to maybe do some hourly rounds, and I'm going to look at my pH. If I were to enter in this information and I hit an 11, let's say. Cool. Then I can change that information as I go, and it will also update according to the value. So as I can enter into information, it keeps track of what that limits are. And if I type it outside the limit, it's going to turn red, just like it does in the desktop version of Operator10 mobile. If I want to add additional LPs to this form, I can edit the information here, and then as I enter it, again, this kind of shows as I do here. If I want to change what I've got on my morning rounds, then I can change it here to add different things to these forms. If I want to add a new one here, I can write my new form. I can write a description of it. And then as I click on it here, I can add the different location parameters. So I click the search button here, and now I've got different ones I want to add, and I can just create my new form right away. I'll save this, and there are my new forms. So it's very easy to enter and see all the information that you need to see. If I don't want one of these, I just hit delete, and it takes it away. That is kind of the use of the forms. And again, you can keep different ones that you're using all the time. You can, you know, change these, move them around, whatever you need to see as you use those forms. But we really see this as kind of one of the main key features of how people are going to use this in the field. From here, I can look at the operator log. And here I've got a couple different logs that are already started. If I wanted to open this one up and I can see what the previous history was, if I want to make a new entry on here, I can just hit append to entry and then type in what I want to change. And again, just like in the main desktop version of the application, I can either strike through the original entry or just keep it there. And so now when I look at this, I see that the previous note was struck through and this new one was on here. I did want to go back really quick on the form. So as I go into these forms and make the entries here, this is where I can type in like 11 or 45 if I did that wrong, let's say. And this is where it can show me in red because my limit in this case was the 9.5 or 9 in this case. So anything outside of the 6.5 or the 9 is going to give me that red arrow. And you can see this now shows me the history of what I was looking at before. So that's how those forms work. Really powerful tool. And again, super easy in the form piece to enter these just the way that you need to. Now I'm below the lower limit, so not doing a great data collection today, I guess. Again, we've got these menus set up. Like anything else, we can really help with the customization of how you want this to work for you. So as far as the syncing history, we can really show you some different things. If you wanted to do it every 2 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes on the syncing, we can set that up for you during the main implementation. And there are some different design choices that we can also help you out with as well, just like on Antero Mobile. And again, here you can see how easy the form looks from the iPad version especially. And I can just change these column widths to fit appropriately as you need it to. So so as far as pricing goes, it's going to be similar to Antero Mobile, where it's a couple $100 annually per user, but that can also vary on the volume of users and kind of what other business you have, kind of the scope. As we want to get this to our people and our customers, because again, it's a very popular addition that we've been looking to add. It is based on the users, not the seats. It's a little bit different. So if you have 3 seats right now of Operator10 wastewater, and you wanted to have 8 users for mobile. Again, we have priced it so that it's going to be very affordable to add additional users and less than what it is certainly to add the number of seats that you have. We are going to be sending out this recording to you later, and we're also happy to set up individual meetings with you to kind of talk about any questions that you have. We're going to have a site that you can send your IT personnel to as well, kind of answering some of those technical questions that they might have. But it's a very IT-friendly product, and so we're really excited to see how our customers are able to integrate this into their workflow. We'll have that full email with a survey. You can ask some different questions when this comes out, and we'll make sure we get back to you with answers right away, as much as we do know. And like I've just been saying throughout the time this morning, your feedback is really very important and really crucial, making this product the absolute best that it can be. So a couple of quick things that we have going on. Of course, we do have Antero Mobile. We're doing another webinar next month on the second half of Antero parts. And next month, we have our first client event in Dublin, Ohio, really coming up in 2 weeks here. And we're looking to do more of these regionally throughout the country to kind of meet our customers where they're at, just a time to learn more about AllMax, get some training, see some of the different tools, and really just some one-on-one time to get time with us and our support team to kind of help you implement different things, answer questions that you have. Of course, our support team is always available by phone or chat, and we're happy to do on-site trainings as well, where you can earn contact hours based on states. But looking forward to these in-client events as well to have some fun doing it and meet some more clients face-to-face. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, like we said, that recording will be coming out shortly this afternoon or tomorrow. And please let us know any questions you have. Thank you so much.